Alright, so what we're going to learn about in this video is solving multi-step equations. So far we have solved equations with one step or with two steps, and sadly not all of the equations we're going to be dealing with in life, and especially in math classes, are nice little one and two step equations. So the three ways that we are going to be solving these multi-step equations today are combining like terms. Yikes, everybody loves dealing with like terms. So we are going to deal with those. And I've got to get my little pencil here because it's apparently I don't have it set. So we're going to do like terms. We are going to use the distributive property. It's like, seriously, Mrs. Toof, can't we be done with that distributive property? Well, no, we can't. And also by multiplying by the reciprocal, also known as the multiplicative inverse. So let's just see, the reciprocal, we have a fraction of 2 over 3. Well, the reciprocal is we just flip that fraction, we get 3 over 2. So there's our reciprocal. Okay, in case you are wondering, there is a mistake in this particular slide. So you can tell me what the mistake is tomorrow and maybe some extra credit for you. Now, let's go on and do each of these categories. I got to change again because this color is not going to work here. So, solving by combining like terms. Well, like terms are terms that have the same variable raised to the same power. So if I look at this problem right here, 8x, well, that brown doesn't work either. 8x minus 3x, those are like terms. Time to change the colors. Hold on. We'll just go with black. We'll just go with black. Okay, so 8x and 3x are like terms. So, step 1, write down our original equation. I know that people like to try to do these things in their head, but you need to write the equation down because they're going to become increasingly more challenging. Okay, so our first step is 8x minus 3x minus 10 equals 20. So step 2, if I go up here, step 2, I have 8x minus 3x. Holy cow, it's going to turn black. Time to change the color again. 8x minus 3x. That's an arrow. Minus 10 equals 20. Well, let's combine our like terms. These are my like terms. 8x minus 3x is 5x. I have 5x minus 10 equals 20. Okay. So now I am in a situation where I have a two-step equation. We've dealt with these. Because now I'm going to start moving things from one side of the equal sign to the other. I am going to draw the line. Whatever I do on one side, I do on the other. So I have combined my I have written it down. I've combined my like terms. Now I need to add or subtract, whichever works. There should be an S there. So in this case, I want to move this minus 10 from this side to the other side. I want to get rid of it, so what is going to work here will be adding. So I will add 10 to both sides. Those cancel out. I now have 5x equals 20 plus 10 is 30. So, step 3, check. Step 4, multiply or divide. Well, right here I've got 5 times x. So what undoes multiplication? It's division. So I'm going to divide both sides by 5. They cancel out because anything divided by itself is 1. So I have x equals, and 30 divided by 5 is 6. Okay, well, I did not, I've checked there and checked there. In this problem, I didn't say, let's go check what I got, but let's check what I got. So if I plug in 6 for x, I have 8 times 6 minus 3 times 6 minus 10 equals 20. That's equals. So 8 times 6 is 48. 3 times 6 is 18 minus 10 equals 20. All right, let's do the math over here on the left-hand side. 48 minus 18 is 30. 30 minus 10 is 20, so check and check. All right, there we go. On to using, it's true, the distributive property. That's a frightening little picture in the background of the swimming cat. And this time, I think what I'm going to do is I will change my colors beforehand, and I'm going to change it to black. So, first thing, write out the equation. Check, did it. 7x plus 2 times the quantity x plus 6 equals 39. Step 2, use the distributive property to eliminate the parentheses. Okay, so let's do that. So these are my parentheses right here that I want to eliminate. So just by using the distributive property, I multiply 2 by the first term plus 2 by the second term. So let's write this out. 7x, that's right there. I can't forget about it. Plus 2 times x is 2x. Plus 2 times 6 is 12, equals 39. All right, good. Now, so I have eliminated the parentheses. Now I need to combine like terms. Well, on the left-hand side, I've got a 7x and a 2x. Those are my like terms. So if I combine the like terms, I get 7x plus 2x is 9x plus 12 equals 39. Okay, done with that. Now I want to add or subtract, whatever works. Well, what works here? I've got plus 12. So how do I undo that? I undo that by subtracting 12 from both sides. And I get 9x equals 27. Okay, check. Multiply or divide, whichever works. I've got 9 times x. Undoing multiplication is division, so I divide both sides by 9. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. So I have x equals 27 divided by 9 is 3. There's my answer. The last one is solving an equation by multiplying by the reciprocal. And I think I had said a reciprocal is when you flip the fraction. So if I have 2 over 5, my reciprocal is 5 over 2. Okay, so step 1, write the equation. Let's say that my equation is 3 over 2 times 3x plus 5 equals negative 24. Now, I could use the distributive property and multiply 3 halves by 3x and 3 halves by 5, but it's not going to make this any prettier. So what I am going to do, now that I've written the equation, is I'm going to multiply both sides of the equation by the reciprocal of 3 halves. And I can do this because I have 3 halves times everything in this on this left-hand side because of the parentheses. So let's do that. The reciprocal is going to be 2 over 3 times 2 over 3. Those cancel, and now I have 3x plus 5 equals, well, negative 24 times 2/3. I'm going to make that a fraction. I have negative 24 times 2. Negative 48 over 3. Negative 48 over 3 gives me negative 16. That means negative 48 divided by 3. Okay. Now I'm at a point that I can deal with. So I've multiplied. I have simplified. And now I want to add or subtract. Well, what am I going to do? I've got a 5 being added, so I'm going to subtract 5 from both sides. I have 3x equals negative 16 and negative 5. Remember, I'm at negative 16. I go 5 more into the negative direction. That gives me negative 21. So now I'm at the multiplier divide. I've got 3 times x. So undoing multiplication is division. So I have x equals negative 20, whoopsie. I have x equals negative 21 divided by 3, which is negative 7. All right. Some examples and some for you to try. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give you some problems to try on your own because because I am just like that. No, because I will run out of room with this video. So here are a couple of equations for you to try. Whoops. We'll erase that, and let's try number 1. I think what we'll do is I will do a combined like terms. If I have 9x minus 2x plus 4 gives me 32. That's one I'd like you to try. The second one is a distributive property, and that's 2x plus 3 times x plus 4 equals 27. And then the third one I would like you to try is, let's see here, how about a nice reciprocal problem, because those are always fun. About number 3, you can do 2/5 times 3x plus 4 equals 10. Okay? Give those a shot, and I will see you in class tomorrow. Good luck.